King in Black, issue number 3, review with the defects.
What is up, defects? Your boy Matt Forge here, and we are bringing another King in Black breakdown. We got issue 3 by Donny Cates, of course. But before we get into that, the Butcher, say what up to everybody.
What is up, guys? Boy, issue 3 did not disappoint. Issue 2 was a little slow, but Cates and Stegman right back at it.
There you go. So we're going to get into all that. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, if you could hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up, comment in the comment section. Tell us if you like this book. Tell us if you didn't. Tell us if you like the tie-ins. Tell us what we're doing wrong. All right. We love the comments. And of course, share the video if you can. Also, partners of the show, guys. I'm going to throw up some graphics right now. We got Mutant Beaver Comics, online comic store in Canada, the #1 in my opinion. I don't care what anybody else says. In the description is all their information. There's also a discount code where you get 10% off your order. And of course, we got Express Comic Book Pressing Services, our boy Erod212. Not only is he our boy, but he's our presser. We wouldn't just use anybody. We want 9/8. So of course we go to Erod. Guys, of course, you get the Defects 10 discount, 10% off your order with him. Check out his details in the description of this video and every video. So let's get into the review. So, King in Black, issue 3, Donny Cates. Jay, initial reaction, what'd you think?
Best issue so far, I thought. Classic battle, old characters coming back. Cates kind of tying all his stories and all his comic books into one, which I really appreciate what he's doing. And guys, if you haven't read it, go pick this book up. I am super pumped. We all know Donny Cates has said he's leaving Venom at 200. He's going on to something different, and he has killed it. Null has been a slow burn since 2018, and he absolutely did this character right and this storyline right.
I mean, you're talking about the end. I don't want this thing to be over. I'm not thinking about the end yet. I'm living in the moment. All right. And I think, like Jay said, me and this guy are on the same fucking page over here.
Yeah.
If this is all coming together, this is a culmination of everything. So if you haven't been reading everything tying into this, it makes sense maybe why you don't like it as much as other people do. But because as a standalone issue, I could see why people are just like, what's the big deal? But if you've been reading this and you've been following these characters, you've been following these storylines, this is end game level type shit, because you've just been watching this burn, like Jay said, for 2-3 years now.
Everything's coming full circle.
Full circle. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, issue 3 for me, best issue so far, much better than 2, and I think even better than 1. So that's kind of, Stegman, Cates, the colorist, the inker, I forget their name, Frank Martin maybe. They did a phenomenal job. The art is insane. The colors are insane. The story's insane. I love this style of art. I love this style of writing. So, of course, I'm going to love it. And if you've been watching our channel, you obviously know we're fans of Venom and King in Black, okay, and Donny Cates. So, as a writer, I don't know him as a personal guy. So, there you go. Jay, should we just get into the spoiler stuff right now and like break down the issue a little bit?
Guys, if you haven't read it yet, you might want to come back. Or if you haven't read it yet and you want to pick up some little nods and other stuff to read, you're going to want to continue to watch.
Either way, make sure you watch this at some point. So let's do it. So, guys, starting right off, Jay, what'd you think of the cover?
You knew Thor was coming, guys. They put out this book for a while. They've been putting the covers out that kind of gives you a tidbit of what's going to happen. Everyone's asking, where's Thor? Where's Thor? Well, he definitely shows up in this. You definitely don't miss him in this episode.
There you go. So right off the bat, you get, I don't know if you guys can read this, but you start getting a narrative and you don't know who it is until the end. And me and Jay have been shouting this for months and months, right? They start talking about for every darkness, there is a light, and opposite and equal. We've been beating that drum forever. Okay. Whether it's Dylan or if it's something else, we talked about the God of Light. They are going heavy in on the dark versus the light. So that's the first bit of information that we get. We were on the right path. Okay. And the last couple of breakdowns that we did. So Jay, tell us what's going on. Let's just get through the issue quick. What do we got here?
You got everybody battling. You got Blade. You got his vampires. You got the Fantastic Four. Everybody is going to war, guys. It's all hands on deck like it has been since the previous 2 issues. What we got here, that first page there on the left, that middle panel, you have Reed Richards. And what's in his hand? A familiar logo, a familiar sign. Matt, get into it. What is it?
So yeah, he's looking at the encrypted drive right here. You see my mouse that was passed to Eddie from Wraith. Okay, and we said that issue was going to be important. That Donny doesn't do anything by mistake. So you see that there's possible. They're starting to see that Dylan is the key. There is some type of light, and maybe this has the answer on how to defeat Null. But what else is really cool is it's got those 3 sets of 2 lights around that big light in the middle, which is the same symbol we've been seeing, and seems to be the kind of the calling card of the God of Light. So we're getting closer to figuring out who or he or she is. Okay, so let's keep it moving, Jay.
So there you have it, guys. You have, Dylan's pissed. His dad is gone. Eddie's gone. Is he going to come back? We don't know. We've seen everyone coming back from comic books from death. We don't collect deaths. We collect first appearances here. But that being said, he's ready for action. He wants his revenge. Spidey's telling him, you don't have to do this, kid, but you could see it in his eyes. My man is so mad. He's crying blood, guys. You know what this reminds me of, Matt? That kid in high school who started crying before the fight, you knew he was going to kick your ass.
You knew he was going to fuck you up.
Yeah, it's just tears of anger. So there you have it, guys. Spidey and Wolverine take him out into battle. He's like, I'm ready for this. And who's he running to first, Matty Forge?
Cap. They're basically running. They're running like a screenplay here. They know that Dylan is going to be the key to success, so they want to protect him and just let him do his thing. Start blasting off symbiotes left and right, and he runs into Captain America, or the evil Captain America, the symbiote covered Captain America. He catches that shield. I think that's one of the dopest parts that we liked about this one, right?
Yeah, catches his shield, and he hits him with that symbiote blast, guys. He blasts the symbiote right off of Cap. Boom. And what's key here is you could see Null. This one hurts Null. He feels this one.
Yep. And Null finally gets his eyes on Dylan at it's probably the first time. And speaking of eyes, you guys notice still got that effervescence coming out. The void, when he took the void out of Sentry, he became more powerful. He still got the thing going on with his eyes. So something is still to watch. They are keeping that detail in the pages for a reason. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So he wants Dylan. So he's about to go after Dylan. They do a little jostling, and guess who shows up? No surprise here, right, Jay?
There you go. You see the bolt of lightning. It rips right through Null's hand. Now we know the God of Thunder and Lightning is here. What he's going to do, they go to battle immediately. There's words exchange, There's a little back and forth. Thor's telling him, you never seen a god like me. And Null's like, nah, you never seen a god like me. Hence the battle begins.
That's it. And it's a dope battle. I'm glad it actually lasts for a few pages. We're going to skim through it here. They each get their licks in. Null's probably getting the better of it for the most part. Dylan comes in, tries to save him. At this point, I thought Dylan was going to at least give Null a little something. Null's like, nah, get out of here, kid. Get out of here. You bother me. You didn't realize your full potential yet. I don't have to worry about you yet. He just literally flicks him away like he's nothing, okay? So Dylan's getting sucked down into the symbiote ooze, and Thor knows I gotta fight back. This is where Thor starts to make his comeback. I thought maybe Thor was gonna die. At this point, I'm like, fuck, Thor's done. But he makes a big comeback, and what does he do?
Man. He wallops Null with Mjolnir. Straight jaw shot, guys. Look at that. His jaw piece is just laying on the floor. He hits him in the head with everything he has. Under most circumstances, guys, that's an end of a character. It was the end of
Done.
Galactus. But this is Null we're talking about. And what's he do? Just grows a new jaw, and then look what's coming out of his back. The Necro Sword. The
Yep.
all black, guys. He's getting ready. Matt,
But now
we got next panel.
we are starting to see that Null can be and is getting hurt a little bit at a time here, starting to chip away at him a little bit. But every time he does, he gets pissed off, and he sends the Celestials into action. Number one, and number two, he just impales Thor with the all black, and he starts whispering. He's talking shit in his ear. He's like, "Yeah, you're my little bitch. I just sliced you, and now you're gonna watch your world burn. But at least you got to be killed by the creator of the all black." You know, we see Thor. He's got that sword sticking out of his back there on the right side. Let me try to, yep, right in there. And what does he do, Jay? He is sending out, he said, you need to go and find him. He's sending out the Ravens, right?
He's saying you need to go find that God of Light because he knows he's not the one. He's not the ant. They thought Sentry was the answer to the problem. That went out the window. Thor thought he was the answer to the problem. He knows he don't got nothing for Null. So what's he do? He sends his crows out. Go find him.
So at this point, we still see these blue word bubbles throughout the whole story of the narrator. We don't know who the hell that is. We don't know if that's the God of Light or who. At first, that's who I thought it was. I thought we were going to get a big reveal here. But instead, I wasn't upset about it. Bang.
He's
Silver,
back, guys.
silver, black. And he basically says, the God of Light can't make it through the planet while it's covered in this goo, but I can, and I'm on my way. So is he the herald for the God of Light? Is he the God of Light? I'm starting to think that he's not the God of Light, but he is the herald for the God of Light.
Yeah,
right?
the way it reads, he says that the God of Light can't make it through, but he slices his way through, and he's going to try to open up that gap so the God of Light could do his thing.
So, guys, like we said, last breakdown, we talked about the God of Light possibly being Adam Warlock, the Living Tribunal. You know, we're having fun with this. You know, could that still be the case? I think that's still my pick. Will I think it happened versus do I really want it to happen? I really want it to happen. I'm not sure if it'll happen, but you know, we came across some new information. So now we have another theory. I don't want to say a new theory because I think the old one is still valid, but that's the best part about this is that we just get to have fun with it and see what you guys think about it too. So, Jay, talk a little bit about what we're looking at here.
Yeah, before guys, just like Matt said, to touch on these are all theories that we're checking out. This is what's fun about it. Yeah. We're not telling you to go out and grab anything. It's just having fun. Who is this God of Light? Who is going to battle Null? So we said, let's do our research. Let's go back and look at some Cates books and see what's going on. So just some theories for you. This is from Silver Surfer Black, guys. This is when Null turns the Silver Surfer into the Void Knight, as you could see there on the left. So he's embodied in that symbiote. Null's all powerful. Like I said, this ain't the first time they met before in King in Black #3. They have met in other Cates runs, Silver Surfer Black. So Null's like, okay, listen, I have my herald now. Then all of a sudden you see a light. You see someone call out herald and blast the symbiote off a Silver Surfer.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting because throughout this last bit of run, we see that light blast a couple times, right?
Yeah.
We blast Silver Surfer Black. We see it blast Wraith. There's a kind of an ode to it with Eddie Brock when he's falling, right? He gets hit with something similar. He gets grabbed by the light. You know, it pulled by light. Pulling seems to be a big word in all of these, so we're not sure where that's going. It's been highlighted. Jay pointed out it's been emboldened a couple times throughout these books, so that's interesting. So we're going to be going through Silver Surfer Black a little bit. So you could see when we go to the next one, basically the light that's blasted Silver Surfer just gets rid of that void. gets rid of the Void Knight, gets rid of that symbiote or whatever, Null was calling that at the time. And we see that Silver Surfer is a herald of ego at this time. This story takes place at like the beginning of time, if I remember correctly, Silver Surfer Black. So as we go back through this, we're like, is ego the god of light? It's possible, right? He blasts that thing off with this ray of light. Could make some sense, right, Jay? I mean, it's possible.
But yeah, so ego helped the Surfer out because he needed something in return, which we're to get into. But he says here, guys, herald and blast him he blasts that Void Knight off him, a favor for a favor. So then what we have here is we have the Galactus incubator, which is trapped inside the middle of ego. And Matt, you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah. So basically, in one of the issues, ego's like something hits him and he needs, Silver Surfer's help to go in and get it and destroy it. Okay. And we know that this is what brings on Galactus, right? This is the piece, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, that forms Galactus, whether it's Galactus the Lifebringer, Galactus the Devourer, we don't know. And throughout this book, as he pulls this out and he's about to destroy it, and the Watcher shows up. Okay, and that's the panel on the right. And the Watcher starts talking to Silver Surfer and basically says, I'm here to tell you, you can't destroy that because you will upset the balance between light and dark. Okay, and destroying that would destroy the light. So that was very interesting to us as well. So now we know that this is Galactus. So is Galactus now the light in this scenario? He said, basically, we're going to create multiple realities by doing this. And in one reality, you're going to die at home by yourself on Zenla. In another reality, you're going to be killed by Thanos wielding Mjolnir, which is an ode to a story in the current Thor run. There was a splash page of that. But he's basically like, you can't kill Galactus, or you can't kill the pod that rebirths Galactus, because guys, you'd be extinguishing the light. You'd be throwing the balance off. And
what stands out to me here is the Watcher never gets involved. He stands by and he watches, guys. So he says, I'm not getting involved, but hey, take a little bit of advice. You might want to perhaps do this. And Silver Surfer takes a step back and then go to the next. He starts talking, not to Galactus, but to Galen. And if you see here, guys, he's giving him a little advice. And the part that stuck out to me most is you see Galen touch the Surfer on his left shoulder. And then what do you see? Kind of like when Null absorbs the void, that essence in his eyes. You see the Surfer. He gets a little bit of that cosmic essence in his eyes. Matt, what'd you think about these panels?
Yeah, so again, this is all from the Silver Surfer Black run by Donny Cates, 2018 or 19. I don't remember. But yeah, this to me, it immediately I thought Galactus the Lifebringer, right? That's where we both went with this. He's obviously there's two different Galactus basically at any given time or at different times, right? And right here, what we're seeing, I believe, is going to become what becomes Galactus the Lifebringer in this universe, in this dimension of reality, however you want to call it, because of the Watchers. I guess you can call it an intervention, right? And just by touching Silver Surfer on the shoulder, you see all this light coursing through him. So, could Galactus the Lifebringer be the god of light in this scenario?
And speaking of Galactus the Lifebringer, guys, check out Keep It Thorough Comics. Thorough called Lifebringer out as soon as the Cates run was going on.
Months ago.
Yep. Months and months ago. So
that's kind of the breakdown that we got for you guys. Jay, you want to add anything else in there?
No, I'm excited, guys. The only other thing I'll add is at the end of I highly suggest everybody go back and read Silver Surfer Black by Donny Cates, because there's an article that I could share with you if you guys want to hit me in a DM or whatever, where Donny Cates a couple months ago says that everything's going to come full circle around with Null and the King in Black. And the key to it is going to be Silver Surfer Black. So, guys, if you're watching, go read those Silver Surfer Blacks and see what you find. The last thing I seen was Ego gives these life seeds to the Silver Surfer, which he plants and creates a planet of light. Is he going to draw power from this planet of light? We have yet to see, but it's going to be Null versus Silver Surfer round 2 in King of Black issue 4, and I am super excited for that.
Yeah, basically, Silver Surfer couldn't fully defeat Null, and he knew he couldn't because even though he was channeling all the light of the world that Ego could give to him, it wasn't enough at the time. So he basically said, I'm going to live to fight another day. And like Jay said, he planted these seeds of light for something in the future. So I'm sure that aspect is definitely going to come back up. How does it translate? I don't know.
All right, guys. So that's our review of King in Black issue number 3. Let us know in the comment what you guys thought. We enjoyed it. I thought it was classic comic book battle. New heroes coming in, old heroes going out. Guys, but before you leave, make sure you hit that like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when we're dropping new content. Guys, also, we have the 1,500 subscriber giveaway going on next week. There's still time to get in, guys. Look at our prize, guys. Our main prize is that Star Wars High Republic #1 comic book exclusives cover. It's a $900 set right now, guys. Go check the prices on eBay. We'll be giving that away to one lucky watcher, one lucky subscriber. So go check out that video to find out how to enter. And that's it, Matt. What do you got for him?
That's it, man. You said it best. I think that's all. We'll see you. We got another breakdown coming for number 4. We're going to be doing more comic book reviews because you guys seem to like that. And of course, the new comic book day show and our live show. So stay tuned. Hit that notification bell.